Yakutia, the coldest inhabited place on Earth, where the mercury freezes, where breathing hurts. Here, at minus 71 degrees Celsius, survival is not a choice. It's an art passed down through generations. For the next 24 hours, we will live alongside a nomadic Yakut family. No filters, no romanticism, just the raw truth of those who face the most extreme cold on the planet and survive. It's 4 a.m. The sun hasn't risen yet, but the routine doesn't wait. Inside the conical tent, darkened by the soot of 1,000 campfires, the men are already preparing. Every layer of skin counts. Every gap in their clothing could mean freezing in minutes. Patched felt boots, some decades old, dry over the fire, hanging from a rusty wire. The rifles are checked. Old, yes, but reliable. Because here, mechanical failure isn't an inconvenience. It's a death sentence. The wooden sled creaks under the weight. The cracked leather straps have been repaired so many times that it's impossible to tell where the original begins. The sled dogs, descendants of wolves, bred for this white hell, wait anxiously. They know the ritual. The white tundra stretches endlessly. No landmarks, no reference points. Only snow, silence, and the ancestral knowledge of reading the wind, the crust of ice, the invisible signs that separate the path home from the deadly void. While the men face the hunt, inside the tent, survival takes another form. The women work with bone needles, tools used by their grandmothers and their great-grandmothers. Each stitch in a leather parka is not just stitching, it's thermal insulation. It's the difference between heat and hypothermia. The soot-black kettle boils snow, because here, even water must be earned. In the dented aluminum pot, the soup steams, reindeer meat, bones, fat, calories, human fuel for bodies that burn energy just to stay alive. Children don't play with tablets, they play with survival. Feeding the dogs isn't a chore, it's a lesson. Understanding hierarchy, recognizing signs of illness, knowing when an animal is weak, splitting larch wood with small but skillful hands, stacking, protecting from the snow. Because when the temperature drops below minus 60 degrees, fire isn't comfort, it's life. And children learn this before they can read. The elders are living libraries. Each wrinkle tells of a storm survived. They teach what no book can teach. How to read the wind by the sound it makes on the skin of the face. How to distinguish safe ice from treacherous ice. How to follow animal tracks that are almost invisible. Because in these lands, knowledge is not power, it is survival. And to lose this wisdom would be to be lost forever in the whiteness. Every object here tells a story. Those patched boots, 30 winters, those reindeer-skin bags that hold the meat, they prevent it from turning to frozen stone. The chipped wooden spoon, polished by countless hands, countless meals, countless winters. Nothing is discarded. Everything is repaired, mended, respected. Because here there are no shops, there are no deliveries. There is only what one has, and the ability to make it last. Warmth is not a luxury, it's a discipline. Layers upon layers of fur, every opening sealed with fur. Drafts are invisible enemies. The tea, bitter, tasting of smoke and patience, is rationed, not out of scarcity, but as a strategy, to maintain internal temperature, to regulate energy. Because wasting body heat at minus 71 degrees is wasting life. At the end of the day, the hunters return. The sled brings meat, victory. But the work doesn't end. The meat needs to be prepared immediately, cut, separated, stored before it freezes hard as a rock. Every part of the animal is used. Hide for clothing, bones for tools, fat for energy. Nothing is wasted. Because here, waste is not only immoral, it's suicidal. At night, when the temperature drops even further, the family gathers around the fire. There is no television. There is no internet. There are stories. There are songs. There is the silent transmission of values that have kept these people alive for millennia. Unity, resilience, respect for nature. The fragile tent transforms through knowledge and tradition into a fortress. Because the true protection against minus 71 degrees is not in the walls. It's in the people. 24 hours, one family, the coldest place on Earth. It's not technology that keeps them alive. It's tradition. It's unity. It's the relentless routine that transforms each day into a victory over the impossible. The Yakut don't conquer the cold. They dance with it. And in this ancient dance, they find not only survival, but purpose. This is Yakutia, where the cold doesn't kill the human spirit, it only makes it stronger. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more true stories of survival in the most extreme places on Earth.